Good morning, dear children. Let us start our today's class with the prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Dear children, we are going to see the poem for 6th unit, No Men Are Foreign. I would like to give you introduction. No men are foreign means that no men belong to another country. The poet wants to say that all men are same, all men are equal. He wants to promote the concept of universal brotherhood. In this poem, the poet wants to tell us that everyone in this world is same. This is what said by our Kanyan Punguntanar, Yadum Ure, Yavarum Kelir. So we can call our poet as a Western Kanyan Punguntanar. All people, all men are same. They eat, live, die the same way. Everyone gets the bounties of nature like sunshine, land, air, water, etc. in equal measure. We can also say that it is a peace poem. Before we enter into the poem, let's know about the poet. The poet name is James Falconer Kirkup. James Howard Kirkup was an English poet, translator, and travel writer. He wrote over 30 books including autobiography, novels, and plays. Kirkup wrote his first book of poetry, The Drawn Sailor at the Dawns, which was published in 1947. His hometown of South Shields now holds a growing collection of his works in the Central Library, and artifacts from his time in Japan are housed in the nearby museum. His last volume of poetry was published during the summer of 2008 by Red Squirrel Press and was launched at a special event at Central Library in South Shields. Now, let us know the meaning of the poem. I would like to tell the meaning for four lines. Okay? Follow my reading. Remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. Beneath all uniform, a single body breathe. Like ours, the land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. So, what is the meaning of this poem? These 4 lines. Before that, what is the meaning for beneath? Beneath means under. Beneath means under. Strange. What is the meaning for strange? Strange means unknown. Strange means unknown. So, in the first line, the poet says that no men are strange and no country is foreign. So he is attempting to remove the borders from the earth which have been erected to separate different countries. Then only no country will be foreign. We will feel every country as our own land. When there will be no borders, everyone will be free to move around. The poet wants to say that the entire earth is one, and all the people who live on this earth belong to our human race. Then he says that inside the uniform worn by soldiers of different countries, the human being is the same. God has made all of us in a similar way, all breathe in the same way. Then he says that all the soldiers are our brothers. We all walk upon the same mother earth, and upon our death shall lie in the grave in the same earth. I would like to tell you the meaning in Tamil. ரிமெம்பர் நினைவில் கொள்வீர்கள், ஒரு மனிதரும் புதியவர் அல்ல, எந்த தேசங்களும் அந்நிய தேசம் அல்ல. எல்லா சீருடைகளுக்கு கீழும் ஒரே உடலே சுவாசிக்கிறது. நம்மை போலவே நமது சகோதரர்கள் நடமாடும் இடம் இந்த பூமிதான். இதன் மேல் நாம் அனைவரும் இருக்கிறோம், வாழ்கிறோம், கிடக்கிறோம். That is the meaning for the first 4 lines. Let's see the next 4 lines. They too aware of sun and air and water, or fed by peaceful harvest by war's long winter start. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. So, what is the meaning? They refers to those people who belong to other countries. We call them foreigners and discriminate them and fight with them also. The poet says that nature has given all the bounties to all people also, just like he has given to us. Everyone gets sunshine, air, and water in equal measure, which means that God does not differentiate between people from different countries. We all do farming during the time of peace, when there is no war. We live a relaxed life and eat the things given to us by nature. Further, he added that the way we starve during wars and winter time is the same for those belonging to other countries. Even they don't get food at that time. So he wants to say that foreigners who belongs to another country and we both are same. And then the poet says that even their hands are same as ours. They work very hard just like we do. He is giving all these examples to convey to the readers that there is no difference in us and the people belonging to another country. So let's see the Tamil meaning. அவர்களும் சூரியனையும் காற்றையும் நீரையும் அறிவார்கள். அனைத்தும் சமமாகவே அவர்களுக்கு கிடைக்கிறது. அவரும் சமாதானமான அறுவடையால் வரும் உணவை உண்கிறார். அவர்னா யாரு? ஃபாரினர். வெளிநாட்டில் இருக்கவங்க நம்ம டிஸ்கிரிமினேட் பண்ணுறோம் இல்லையா, அந்த ஃபாரினர்ஸ். சமாதானமான அறுவடையால் வரும் உணவை அவர்களும் உண்கிறார்கள். போரின் கார்காலத்தால் பட்டினியும் கிடக்கிறார்கள். அவர்களது கரங்களும் நம்மை போலவே, அதன் மேல் உள்ள வரிகளும் நம்மை போலவே. So let's see the remaining from the 9th line. Remember they have eyes like ours that wake up. I repeat. Remember they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. The poet asks the reader to remember something. He says that we should keep in mind that the people of another country whom we think to be our enemies have been bestowed by God with similar appearances like us. God has given them eyes like ours which open when awake and close when we are sleeping. Similarly, he has given them strength which we can win through love. Then he says that in every country, in every land, there is one common thing, that is life. Life means all the things that are living. And if we can recognize them, and if we can understand their feelings, and realize that they are like us, then there will be no fights or war between us. ஸோ அவர்களது கரங்களும் நம்மை போலவே, அதன் மேல் உள்ள வரிகளும் நம்மை போலவே இருக்கிறது. நம்மிலிருந்து வேறுபடாத உழைப்பை அவர்களும் கொடுக்கிறார்கள். எனவே அவர்களது கண்களும் நம்மை போலவே விழித்துள்ளது, உறங்கும் நிலையில் மூடியுள்ளது என்பதை நினைவில் கொள்ள வேண்டும். அத்துடன் அன்பின் மூலமாக நாம் எவ்வாறு வலிமை அடைகிறோமோ அதே போல் அவர்களும் அவர்களது வலிமையை அன்பின் மூலமாகவே தேடிக்கொள்கிறார்கள். தட் இஸ் த மீனிங். So we shall see the next 4 lines. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispose, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. So the explanation, the poet says that we should remember that whenever someone tells us to hate a person from another country, to think him as our enemy, and whenever we think someone to be our enemy, then we deprive ourselves, we cheat ourselves, and we condemn ourselves. We says that we should stay away from such negativity. We should not consider anyone to be our enemy. During a war, both the parties must bear the loss. And that is why the poet says that the war is not in our favor. He says that whenever we pick any weapon against someone, we should remember one thing. What is that? That will be explained in the remaining lines. Okay? So in Tamil, எல்லா தேசத்திலும் வாழ்வு பொதுவானதுதான் என்பதை நாம் நினைவில் கொள்ள வேண்டும். எல்லோரும் அதை அறிந்து கொண்டு புரிந்து கொள்ளவும் வேண்டும். நாம் நமது சகோதரரை வெறுக்கும்போது அது நம்மை நாமே வெறுப்பதற்கு சமம். அவரை மறுதலிக்கும் போது, கண்டனம் செய்யும்போது, பெட்ராய்னா கண்டனம் செய்கிறது, மறுதலிக்கும் போது, கண்டம்னா கண்டனம் செய்கிறது, கண்டனம் செய்யும்போது அது நம்மை நாமே கண்டனம் செய்வதற்கும் மறுதலிப்பதற்கும் சமம் என்பதை நாம் நினைவில் கொள்ள வேண்டும். ரிமெம்பர் வி ஹூ டேக் ஆர்ம்ஸ் அகெயின்ஸ்ட் ஈச் அதர். ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும், நம்ம எதிரிகளுக்கு எதிராக நம்ம ஆயுதத்தை எடுக்கலை, நமக்குள்ளேயே நமக்கு எதிராக ஆயுதத்தை எடுத்துக்கொள்கிறோம் அப்படின்றத நம்ம ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும் அப்படின்றது தான் இந்த லைனில் சொல்லப்படுற கருத்து. ஃபைனல் 4 lines. It is the human earth that we defile, our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country strange. Explanation. We should keep in mind that whenever we pick weapons against any person, we make the earth dirty because weapons kill people and their bodies which fall on the earth make it dirty. Whenever war happens, it leads to a lot of bloodshed, fire and death. These dead bodies accumulate on the earth and it makes it impurity. The fire of war which erupts, the smoke which comes out, the dust which fills the air, it is so dirty that it pollutes and outrages. What do you mean by outrages? Outrages means violence against anything. So it is violence against the purity of the air. Okay, so it outrages the purity of the air. With all these things, the poet wants to give us a message that we should not indulge in war. Finally, he ends the poem by writing the first line in reverse and saying that, remember, no men are foreign and no country strange. So nothing is different. Let's see the meaning in Tamil. எதை நாம் நினைவில் கொள்ள வேண்டும்? நமக்கு எதிராக நாமே ஆயுதம் தூக்கி கொள்கிறோம் என்பதை நினைவில் கொள்ள வேண்டும். மானிடர்கள் வாழும் இந்த புவியை நாம் களங்கம் செய்கிறோம் என்பதை நினைவில் கொள்ள வேண்டும். காற்று நம்முடையது, ஆனால் போரினால் எறும் கொடுந்தீயும் அதிலிருந்து வரும் புகையும் இந்த பூமியையும் காற்றையும் மாசாக்குகிறது. இது அனைவருக்கும் பொதுவானது என்பதை நினைவில் கொள்ள வேண்டும். எனவே நினைவில் கொள்ளுங்கள், எந்த நாடும் புதிய நாடல்ல, எந்த மனிதரும் புதியவர் அல்ல. What a lovely poem. Yes. So let's see the poetic devices which is given, literary devices which is given in your textbook at page number 181. Transfer epithet. Already I told you, explained you about epithet. A transferred epithet is a figure of speech where an adjective or epithet describes a noun is transferred from the noun it is meant to describe to another noun in the sentence. In the lines, they too aware of sun and air and water. So in the line, they too aware of sun and air and water is transferred epithet. Okay. Also in another line, war long, winter starved. Starved is an epithet which is placed beside the noun winter. It does not describe the winter as being starved, but describing the pronoun they. They are starving due to winter, but the starved is near the winter. So winter means they. So winter means they. So it is transfer epithet. Another one is metaphor. Hells of fire metaphor. I told you already what is metaphor. A figure of speech in which a word or phrase is applied to an object or an action to which it is not literally applicable. Recorded from the late 15th century, the word come via French and Latin from the Greek metaphora, from metaphorin to transfer. Hell of fire metaphor. Okay. Repetition. Poet often repeat single words or phrase, lines or something, even whole stanzas at interval to create a musical effect. he frequently used the word remember, 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 and also 5 times I think. No men are foreign, no men, no country. These words are repeated. So this is the rhyming literary devices here. There is no rhyming scheme. Okay, there is no rhyming scheme here available. It is written in a free form. It is written in a free verse style. இந்த ஸ்டைலுக்கு பேர் என்ன, ஃப்ரீ வேர்ஸ் ஸ்டைல். அதனால இதுக்கு ரைமிங் ஸ்கீம் கிடையாது. இந்த போயமுக்கு ரைமிங் ஸ்கீம் கிடையாது. அதனால இது ஃப்ரீ வேர்ஸ் டைப்பில் எழுதப்பட்டிருக்கு. ஓகே, I would like to add few more literary devices along with these 3 things given in your textbook. Let's see what are they. Literary devices used: alliteration. First one is alliteration. The repetition of a consonant sound is alliteration. See the second line of the poem. Body breathe, body breathe. So stanza 1, second line, body breathe. Okay. Again alliteration is taken in the second stanza, second line. Second stanza, second line means sixth line of the poem. What is that? War, winter. War, winter. Okay, this is one. Another one, metaphor. Metaphor was given, but the line given in your textbook is hell of fire. Okay, here few more metaphor are shown in the additionally. In stanza 1, uniform. Uniform is metaphor. In the second line you can see uniform. See the second line of the poem, uniform. You should underline uniform and mention that the poetic device is metaphor. Uniform refers to the military of different countries. Okay, and stanza 2. Stanza 2, same. The sixth line, wars. Wars long, winter starved. Yes, isn't it? War time is compared to the winter season. War, that is the time, is compared to the winter season. Okay. Then repetition is also there. Here remember is frequently repeated. Nearly 5 times it is repeated. So these are the literary devices. I would like to add one more new literary device is there. Let's see that. This is that enjambment. Enjambment is a one kind of literary device. What is that? Running lines of poetry from one line to the next without using any kind of punctuation to indicate a stop. Instance of enjambment in the poem are as follows. See the stanza 1, line 2, 3, 4. Line 2, 3, 4. There is no punctuation mark to show the finishing of a line. In stanza 2, line 3. In stanza 3, line 1, 2, 3. In stanza 4, line 1 and 2. In stanza 5, line 2 and 3. So there is no rhyming scheme and rhyming words. Okay, so we can I hope you understand the poem very well. Understand the poem, learn the poem, and learn the literary devices that I have shown. All the best. God bless you. Thank you.